So the first step when applying a winged eyeliner is you need to find something that you're comfortable with, whether it be a felt tip liner like the one I'm using now, a gel liner, or a liquid eyeliner. I personally like using felt tip liners. I find it easier. I have two options. I have more on the higher end. It's from Sephora, and the other one that I just showed is on the more affordable side. I'm not sure of the brand name, but I'll post it down below. Okay, and the next step is I like to draw 3 lines on my eyes just to give it a good, I can trace it better. I find it easier that way. I'll start in the middle and then I'll work it to the front of my eye, my tear duct, and then the end of my eye. It doesn't really matter, but just draw the 3 lines and just connect the dots. Basically, you're just making the line as straight as possible, and you're just following the natural shape of your eye. And I like my eyeliner pretty thin, as thin as I can get it, but if you want it thick, you could do it, however whichever way you want to do it. And I'm just correcting the shape if I see anything that's not as straight as I would like it. And then now what I'm doing is I am drawing the wing part of my liner out, if that made any sense. I'm just drawing out the line, basically. And I like to start not at the very top where the point is, but a little below, because it gives that much more of a sharper winged eyeliner effect. And I'm just basically connecting it to the other line and coloring the line in. That way you don't see any skin tone. You just, see just the black liner. And just repeating the process until I get the winged eyeliner the way I prefer it. Again, I'm just correcting any mistakes that I see. A big rule to wing eyeliner is it's not always going to be perfect. And you have to learn how to stop when it looks good enough. Because if you keep going, you're going to be like on those memes on Facebook where their eyeliner is like all over their face and it's huge. And then the next step is I like to use a makeup remover wipe to sharpen up the edges, or you can use a concealer, but I find the makeup remover wipe works best for me. I'll use either the concealer brush or the angled brush. I'm just demonstrating here with the concealer, but I prefer the makeup wipe. It cleans it up better to me. And basically you're just cleaning it up and making it sharp, because you want it to look sharp because it's a winged liner. And then if I messed up or if I took too much off of my liner, then I'll just add some back and just repeat the process. Use a makeup remover wipe to fix any mistakes. And it works best when you are using a smaller mirror instead of a larger mirror, because you can see your eyes better and you're more up close and personal, to me at least. And once I work my felt tip liner, I like to, as I'm lifting it, I like to release the pressure. That way the line is much sharper than what it would be if I just left the same amount of pressure on the applicator. And then if I took off any of my foundation or my concealer that I previously applied before I started the winged eyeliner, I'll just simply apply it again just to fill in the spaces where you can see I removed some of the foundation or the concealer, and just blend it in until you can't see the harsh line anymore. I find this way easier for me using the makeup wipe. I know there's tons of videos on how to do it different ways, but to me this is much easier. And again, if I'm applying foundation, I'm just filling in the spots where I took off my makeup. And makeup is all about blending, so that's what I'm doing right now, just blending it in just to make it look nice. And that's the first eye. And now we'll just repeat the same process on the next eye as soon as I apply some mascara. This is my favorite mascara. It's by Maybelline, the Colossal. And you can put some false lashes if you want to vamp up the look. And that's it. And I just repeat the same process with the other eye. I just wanted to show you the other eye as well. Same thing. Draw the dots, 3 dots, and connect the lines. Connect the dots. And try to get as close to your eye as you can without poking yourself. And cover any spaces. You don't want any gaps. Otherwise it won't look as seamless as you like. And me personally, I always have one, just like when you do your eyebrows, you have one eyebrow that works better than the other. Same thing with the winged eyeliner. There's always going to be one that, you know, does better than the other. Unfortunately, that's just the way it is. And for me, this side of my eye was much easier. And then right here, as you can see in my inner tear duct, if it's not as sharp as I would like, I would just simply take some concealer and then just kind of in the angled brush and just kind of sharpen out the edges just to make it sharp. That's if, you know, if you messed up in the inner tear duct area or anywhere. Like I said earlier, you could use concealer to make the wing sharper, whether it be at, you know, the end of your eye or the inner tear duct. Again, I'm just repeating the process and just sharpening up the wing more. I also blend out the ends if it didn't come out as perfect as I would like it, which is not going to be 100% perfect, but I just kind of blend it out with my finger just so it doesn't look a little, I guess you could say, sloppy. Sorry, that's a harsh word, but I want it to look as nice as I can possibly get the winged eyeliner. And as you can see there, I took too much off of the winged eyeliner, so I'm just adding it back with the liner. And I didn't mention this earlier, but I do like to use the more affordable liner to draw out the shape, and then I'll just use the Sephora liner to fill it in because it has much more pigmentation and it's darker. And that is a finished look. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope this helps. This is my way of doing the winged eyeliner, and if you like it, just stay tuned for more.